Greetings, friends of intrinsic healing and support. My name is Grace, and I'd like to share something with you that's been a valuable tool on our detox journey with TRS. It's called muscle testing. And although there are many different ways you can muscle test, I have found the easiest way to teach is by using a pendulum. Muscle testing works with using the natural energy in your body. It goes strong when there is truth to a statement, and it is weak when there's untruth to a statement. So we can use this principle of applied kinesiology to glean information into what is the current state of our bodies, what it needs, what it doesn't need, sensitivities, numbers of sprays you're using for TRS, any supplements, amounts. All of these things can be discerned and tapped into by asking your body. Your body will never lie. It always tells the truth, and that is part of the reason why the energy goes weak when there's an untrue statement. So when we're forming questions about our body and what our needs are, we want to make sure it's a very specific, closed statement. It's definite yes or no, true or false type wording. And the more specific your wording is, the better and more accurate the answer can be. Now, please remember that there is no fortune telling. It has to be a present tense or perhaps past tense, as in perhaps you'd like to ask if you've ever had a certain virus or infection or something like that. But it must be a present tense question, not the future. So whatever reading you get, it's for the immediate future, because your reading will change in a matter of hours, definitely could change by tomorrow, and that is because there's nothing constant in the body. It's always seeking balance. So you can use a pendulum of any sort you like, and it doesn't have to be made of any particular material or stone. You could even use your wedding band tied to a string. So if you would like to find something other than a pendulum, make sure that it is symmetrical in shape in 3D. In other words, not a big flat disc, because that won't allow the swinging to be as clear to be able to tell. So when you hold your pendulum, use lightly, just the weight of your fingers, allow it to balance in there. And I tried to wear a black shirt so that you could see the swinging of the pendulum more clearly. So what I recommend doing is taking a moment to calm yourself. Take a few deep breaths, ground and center yourself so that you can remove all activity and energy swirling in your mind and in your body. Because what we're trying to do is allow the body's energy to flow freely without the mind interrupting, because there is such thing as mind over matter. You can choose the answer that you want to see. So by clearing the mind and becoming present and coming into the observer state of mind, as if you have no idea what the answer might be, ground yourself down, and then you can begin to ask. For this purpose of this video, I'm holding the pendulum up a little high. Usually I hold it right in front of my heart. That way my shoulder's relaxed and my whole entire arm is relaxed. So I begin by asking for the pendulum to show me yes and to show me no. This will usually reveal two different swings, and sometimes it can be different for the item or it can be different for the person. So that's why I say to ask to be shown, because it's not actually the pendulum that's answering, it is your body. The pendulum is merely an extension of your body's energy so that you can see it more clearly. So I say, show me yes. And for me, this is a front to back swing. Show me no. For me, that's a clockwise circle. Okay, some people like to program them and tell it front and back is yes, side to side is no, or whatever. But I recommend asking to be shown. So that brings you into that passive observer mode. And when you ask a question, be very specific. Some of us really find it's important to look for the amount of sprays so that we don't have detox symptoms, that we don't overwhelm our system, so that you want to definitely use those words in your query. I personally just want to know what my body can use to heal today. I'm not often concerned with detox symptoms because for me, I'm ready to ride the waves, so to speak. So I would look at my pendulum and say, is my body needing TRS today? And I'm getting yes. And then I start by using numbers with a closed statement. My body can use 1 spray of TRS today to be healthy and healing. Perhaps I want to say, my body can use 1 spray of TRS today to heal without overwhelming my system. See, I still get a yes. Let's, just for fun, to do a no answer, let's jump up there. My body can use 20 sprays of TRS today with no detox symptoms. I'm definitely getting a no. So, you can work up in the amount of sprays that you would like. You can say, my body can use 2 sprays of TRS with no detox symptoms today. My body can use 3 sprays of TRS with no detox symptoms today. And I'm still getting yes. So if you're new to muscle testing, you might want to go ahead and start out by asking some questions you definitely know the answer to and definitely can say yes or no. My name is Grace. I'm 100 years old. I live in Montana. I have 14 children. So, that being said, there's a number of things that can happen that you don't understand why it's not swinging for you. I've been practicing muscle testing for about 18 years. And because this is done with intention, there's no possible chance that I'm tapping into some external source or any kind of other kind of spirit or anything that's outside of my body. This is a pure science, and personally, my theory and understanding is that all science is part of the one universe we all share, which is in the one creation. We all share the same one energy. So by tapping in internally, you create the intention, and there's no way that you can be bringing in any external spirit or body that you're asking. You're purposely tapping inwards, and therefore is your answer. And I can even show you that I've never ever encountered a spirit in my life. Have I ever encountered a spirit in my life? So that being said, many questions also I've heard is, can I test for other people? And the answer is yes. The number one easiest way to do that is to create a physical bond and touch another person. You intentionally send your energy into that person and their energy into you, and then all of a sudden you are one. So I will get an assistant and I will show you how that is done too.
The time.
Some of us have children that are too young to muscle test themselves. Sometimes they're muscle test. Sometimes they're nonverbal or too active, in which case you can muscle test for them by simply making the connection with their body intentionally. Can you stand up, please? Come closer. Thank
And
you.
sit down
There
in
he
this
is.
ring.
Stand right there. Stand right there.
Body.
And what I would do is I'd simply hold my hand on him and then ask the question. By creating the connection, the energy can be read. Some of the troubleshooting questions I've been asked about muscle testing include, what does it mean if my pendulum won't move? One of the things that I have found is some people have a hard time relaxing. Their brain is moving and swirling, or maybe their body is moving, and they just think, okay, I got to ask this question. So they grab their pendulum, and they haven't taken the time to calm down, slow down, come into observer mode. And what this means is your energy is not allowing the reading to become clear. So that's the number one piece of advice, is take 3 nice deep belly breaths, feel the earth beneath your feet, and calm your mind and come into the present moment. Don't think about dinner or anything else, what that noise was in the background or anything at all. Just come very present into this moment with your pendulum. Again, it is never anything outside the pendulum that is answering. Even though I say, ask the pendulum to show you yes, it's really you're tapping into your own energy. It's having the mindset of the observer that is most helpful. And then you are not influencing the answers with your mind. Another possibility could be that your polarity is being hampered, especially if you are wearing a iWatch or some other smart device, and you have your phone in your pocket, anything really that has its own EMF or electromagnetic field. It could be even just a regular watch. Could be your shoes. Some kids wear those flashing shoes, and that will certainly mess up your polarity. So yeah, notice if you have any batteries on you, or perhaps your phone, and that might have something to do with it also. Another question has to do with, can I use any item? You can use any kind of pendulum. It doesn't have to be a certain stone. It doesn't have to have any meaning or anything at all, because it's really your body's energy that's telling you the reading. So sure, it's nice if you have one that you really especially like. You can make your own. I made this one. So you can use your necklace, anything. A key on a string will help give you the same reading. Okay? Sometimes it's nice to have that sense of ceremony, that you get your pendulum out to have your centering and focus, and it's intentional. It's a beautiful ceremony. It's not absolutely necessary. Okay? Another question also I often get is, why is my answer different this morning than this evening? And that is because your body is not in the same state it was this morning or this evening. So I suggest either doing your reading first thing in the morning, and if your sprays number comes back to you, if you're asking a question in a phrase of today as opposed to this morning, which there can be a difference, then you can decide how to spread your sprays out throughout the day. If say you have a family member who's getting up and leaving in the morning, you can do it the last thing at night, because you won't be taking any sprays overnight. So just keep in mind that if you do 3 sprays right now and then ask how many sprays do I need, you may have a different answer than if you had none already. All of these things matter because this is tapping into the current reality. So be very aware of the statement you're making, and changing words around can make a difference in your answer. So please discern the clearest answer that you're looking for, as far as what wording you choose, whether it's what does my body like is going to be very different than what does my body need, versus how many sprays can I use without detox symptoms. Okay, so if that is a priority for you, you need to use those words in your query. So that being said, I encourage you to ask me any more questions in the comments section, and I will be happy to answer them the best that I can. I hope you all have a wonderful detox journey. Blessings, and I thank you.